Hey everybody, AVP Wargamer here. I wanted to do a quick video talking about my new scenery that I've been working on. We have with me here these floating mountains. I just kind of want to show you how I built these really quick. This isn't a full tutorial. I might be doing one of those later, but I'm just gonna kind of go through it. So this is a piece of wood. This is a like a furniture grade type of wood. It's very solid plywood. I sanded it down. I beveled these edges so that I could make it blend into your game board a little bit better. I'm not completely done with these. I'm probably going to add some more texture in here, some more like fallen timber, things like that. Now these, each one of these are carved out of a big block of foam. I had some of this stuff given to me by a friend of mine. This is just regular styrofoam, but it's a big, huge chunk of it, and this was used for some set pieces on a movie. Anyways, you just use a hot knife to cut those, and it's pretty easy. And then once you cut it, you want to cover it with white glue. I just paint on a ton of white glue using, a gallon of white glue and a paintbrush. It took me about a gallon to do all of these, just by painting, the white glue with a brush to get it covered. Each section is held up by a fiberglass rod that I've gone through there, but you could use dowels, just wooden dowels, and I glued it directly into the base, and then blended this all together using different types of foliage. I really like the Spanish moss. This does a lot of coverage, and it gets that long droopy look from all those vines, because I wanted this to kind of look like from the movie Avatar. I also used some Oregon tree moss. I'm going to have some of this stuff available if you guys want it. It grows like crazy out here, but if you pay for shipping, I could send you a bunch of this stuff. This is really good moss. It's got a lot of really cool texture, and mixing that in with the fake foliage really helps. You can also go to Michael's or your local craft store and get some of this stuff. I tried to get some fern kind of material to make it look like a jungle. And if you notice, there's actually two different colors here, and that's really important. To get your stuff to look realistic, you want to just do layers and layers and layers of different colors of green and different type of textures. I used different kinds of fake plants to kind of blend it all together. I got stuff that looked pretty good for like a sci-fi kind of a setup. And of course you can use lichen to kind of blend in all your edges. And then I went on to Amazon and I got some cheap palm trees. If you scroll through Amazon and look through a lot of their different options, you can get a lot of different kinds of palm trees. They use these for like cake toppers and miniature scenery and things like that. But I got a bunch of these, and it worked out pretty well. One of them even came with these little ferns. So these ferns I placed sporadically in different parts of the set, just kind of randomly, and then it gives that random kind of growth look. And then I took in some white glue and put in some flock. And you want to mix your flock. You want to do like at least 2 different colors of green to kind of make it look more realistic. So as you can see on here, there's like 2 different colors of green there. They're kind of mixed together. And then I also had some other types of flocking that gave us little red flowers. Also in the wedding section, you can use all kinds of crazy stuff. This stuff looks like alien foliage, which I really liked. And I kind of sporadically put these vines in, throughout all these pieces. And of course, when you design these, you want to think about, where the miniatures are going to be. You want enough zones to take your models and have them hop from one place to another. And I kind of think that these vines could be like climbing points where these characters can climb up to different sections of your game board while you're playing. And then you want to have some scatter terrain too to kind of fill everything out. You want different levels on your game board. And this was a MDF model kit that I got at Adepticon, and I painted it and added some of the same kind of foliage I used throughout all of these things. And then this is an old way of doing things. You take a CD and just glue stuff on top of it, and there you go. This took me probably 5 minutes to make. This is pretty easy. These guys took me, I'm still kind of working on them, and I'm just taking my time. If I plowed through these one at a time, I could probably do these in each a week. Now some of these strips right here, this is actually paper towel that I dipped in the white glue and then draped it so that I had some other drippy structure, you know, kind of vine-edge stuff that I could glue onto. So pretty cool stuff. All in all, I think this is probably, each one's probably about $50 to $100 worth of materials, depending on, you know, how much you do. Oh, some other things I forgot to mention. These right here are from a fish tank supply store. So you can just, you know, get this stuff at a pet store, some of these fish tank kind of things. These were also little ferns you could put in your fish tank, and I cut them and placed them in different spots. And sometimes even weird flowers can make cool little structures. You gotta just, you know, go through the craft store and just layer on all these different textures, you know, different types of foliage. And that's the best way to get a more dynamic, realistic looking kind of set. I really like these and these, you know, they kind of look like alien plants. And as you can see here, you know, I got different kinds of ferns too. Different kinds of those fern trees. So when I went to Amazon, just, you know, got a variety of those. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video. And my new creations. I was inspired by the movie Avatar to make these floating kind of mountains. And I really wanted to see what would happen when I take these to like some 40K games and other games and see how people start playing, you know, and using the different levels to move their models around too. It might change up the gameplay a little bit. It might actually change how people choose their armies, having different platforms to go to. So yeah, so that's what I got done so far. I'm probably gonna cut into this big piece and make like some waterfalls and some more low terrain. But for the most part, I'm happy with these bigger pieces. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Happy gaming.